God had always had his hand on my story. Growing up, my life revolved around achieving success. My happiness was found in pursuing what I loved most, school and music. My security resting in being the best of the best. But what I failed to recognize were all the ways in which God had been pursuing me and working in my life. It wasn't until my freshman year in college that I had acknowledged my desire to know who God was. It started when I met my boyfriend Roman, fall of freshman year. Over the course of months, he would share just bits and pieces of who God was to him, and I was immediately taken by his love and passion for God. I wasn't ready for a life committed to him, but I was surely curious. So I started going to church with them, and after the first day, I knew in my heart that Jesus was my something more. Later that year, I went back home to Hawaii for the summer. Come to find out that my dad was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Not long after, he was gone. All I remember was being left feeling hurt and confused and questioning everything everyone had ever told me about who God was and his timing of things. I had an urge to just sit and pray, but at the time I couldn't have explained why. God was pursuing me. He was using the act of prayer to draw me closer to him. So I prayed and prayed, but still felt no different. With tears running down my face, I tried again, and this time I felt a weird tingly feeling in my body, almost a kind of relief. Now I can say that in that moment God was pursuing me. Coming back to school, I met Marissa, a staff member of Crew, and she invited Roman and I to come to Crew community group, and enthusiastically I agreed. We began by playing Solarium, and one of the first questions she asked me was, what picture best describes who God is to you? And I don't remember which picture I chose, but I do remember feeling sad and empty. I didn't realize it at the time, but that emptiness was my desire to know God. A few days passed, and I met Marissa again one-on-one, and she asked if I could tell her more about my story, and she began introducing me to the Knowing God Personally booklet, and not long thereafter, I accepted Christ as my Savior. I suddenly felt like I was new, like my burdens were no longer mine to carry. This was probably the most genuine, life-changing decisions I've ever made. He's changing the attitude of my heart, where my actions will follow. My victories are no longer mine to claim, but a chance for me to give God the glory. If it's one thing that I've learned from experiencing God's love, it's that I was created to glorify him and to live a life entrusted in him. He's revealing to me that I can go to him for essentially anything, no problem too great. I look to him for healing, comfort, strength, happiness, and confidence, everything that I've struggled to achieve on my own. I am strong in Christ and loved by him. My name is Shinoa Kaiulani Nalawai Kinimaka, but everyone just calls me Kaiu, and I'm from the University of Northern Colorado.